Good morning, Casa TexPina. We're on build day number 92 today. Continuing working on the roof trusses up on the top. We should be going on this side of the building today as they continue to work. I believe the majority of what they're going to be working on are the hip roof that's going to go over the top of the main entrance and the front porch. Other than that, lots of plaster coating, roof beams, and digging on the perimeter fence are continuing. There may be some skim coating involved, different locations. We'll keep an eye on that as we're going along. So as everybody gets in and gets to their workstations, we'll let you know how things are going. Let's get started. All right, welders this morning are working on extensions, putting a couple of pieces of trusses together so that they'll reach the distances needed for going from the roof ridge towards the front, the eastern side of the house. Let's see what else is going on here. Mr. Anjo is doing the window molding for bedroom number 2. Inside, Mr. Marvin and Totoy are working forms for the top bond beam. And over on that side, you see Mr. Carlito right up here. He and Mr. Alex are working the fabricating those bond beams for bedroom number 2. Over here in the front, Mr. Alex and Mr. Dominador are working, trying to get rid of some of the construction debris out of the way so that they can go ahead and move the start digging the trench for the fence line in the front. Coming into the house, mixing a large batch of concrete. Our one bag mixer broke yesterday afternoon, so today they're doing all concrete by hand. Actually, this looks like a whole bunch of mortar. So they're doing mortar mix. No rocks means no concrete. So, okay, today in the living room, we got Mr. Jericho and Mr. Ben, and their task for today is to get this entire wall done. Plaster coat today. Go take a look in the master bedroom. In here, all right, for Dave from Belly Farming with Dave and Emily in Batangas. I got your comment about the Skimcoat. I posed the question to our foreman regarding the Skimcoat and using a neutralizer for the plaster coating before putting on the Skimcoat. His reply was the Bostik that they're using, which actually is a name brand, Bostik Ultra Fino Skimcoat, and it's in a powder. Their answer back to me was that that product actually includes the neutralizer in it, so it's an all-in-one at the same time, and it should take care of that situation. I will continue to monitor it. I did put a direct comment to the company, to Bostik company on their website, so I'm waiting to see if I get a reply back from that, just for a confirmation. I did look and see where you had mentioned on the link you provided regarding Boysen products using the neutralizer, the product that they supply or they provide, but also did not see anything on the Bostik lineup that had anything to do with the neutralizer. Everything looked like it was included. So I'm looking back and forth for some more information, and I'll keep looking at that. Thanks for the input. Appreciate it. And I'll keep looking into it. Thanks. So here in the back in the master closet area, Mr. Jojo is working to finish on the plaster coating here in the master closet. So it'll be this whole wall and then the remainder of this wall here as well. So he's got a full day in the sun of plaster coating. He's already on the screeding portion for this area. We'll check back with him momentarily. Okay, coming back out. Mr. Justin is up on top, and he's doing the plaster coating for the end of the wall here. But this was the wall that he was working on yesterday and the day before. So today, this morning actually, he's just working on this end, making sure that it's level, straight when it gets done with that product. Our resident electrician is continuing with the electrical conduit for the switches in the kitchen hallway, garage hallway, coming into the bedrooms. Back in this area, Mr. Marvin and crew, as I showed you earlier, are continuing with the forms for those top bond beams. All right, let's go do a mid-morning walk around, see where everybody's at today. All right, nobody on the back side of the house over here. Look like Mr. Anjo is still working on the window molding, and the guys upstairs or inside are still working on the forms for the top bond beam. What's going on over here? Okay, those guys have moved. Looks like we got fence line work still going in. We got a long truss sitting here on the floor. Looks like they're getting ready to move it up into place. Notice the rope hanging down. They're going to tie up to pull it up into place. That's why Mr. Gabby's standing up there. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right, so okay, they're starting to work on the main truss here, or the pitch and angles coming out over this hip roof over the front section. I'll show you that on the plans here in just a moment. All right, let's go take a walk around inside. I'm not sure if y'all can hear it. The guys are whistling. When the wind stops, they whistle so that the wind comes. All right. We got mortar mix made. That's for these guys in here. And they're cruising along on their plaster coating. And we've got this piece here was almost done. Yep, that looks done. We're just letting it dry. Mr. Chalks is still continuing on his side. Let's go see what's going on back here in the master suite. Master suite, we did have one guy working in the back in the closet area. Mr. Jojo is working on the plaster coating, getting ready to do the smooth finish. Cement. Oh, okay. So he's getting ready to put a little bit of that. They'll add a little bit of cement to it, and then start doing the smoothing. Yeah, do the finished piece, right? Make it smooth like over here, like this. Yeah. Okay. This one. Yeah, he says after he's done over here, he's gonna do this one. Yeah, he's gonna have a little bit of a nosing to go here, so that it's flush. Okay. The nosing he's talking about is going to look like this here. You have a little bit of a lip. Not exactly flush, sorry, wrong word. Okay. And Mr. Justin is setting up to do plaster coating for the top portion of the office. You can see he'll do plaster coating here and over to here. So that'll take a good while. He's getting set up so he knows how thick to make it. So the setup will take a little while. Come back and take a look in the back half of the house, over in the guest side of the home. Still working forms. What they're putting up now are the two valleys. So there's going to be a valley that's going to go from this corner up to the center, but up where he's at, where the two gentlemen are up here, it's actually going to come out a little bit, and then this whole roof will be all the same elevation all the way across the front, with the exception of here where you're going to have a double hip joint. So basically it'll have a hip roof to come over the main part of the house, and then an additional one to come over the porch. I'll show you that here in a minute on the all right, so we're back to the roof framing plan. The part I just showed you guys out in front of the house that they're working on is this area right here. So everything here over the front foyer and the front porch area. Okay, so the first piece they have in was this small piece that you saw coming down from the roof ridge. And then the next piece that was put in place was this hip truss number 2. That's all. Actually, this should all be the same elevation. This portion here between hip truss 2 and hip truss 1 is going to raise up just a little bit. So that's going to make a change in elevation during this section. Then it does it again, coming down. So this elevation here will all be the same. Change in elevation from the top of the hip joint, the hip truss 5, or half truss 5. HT is a half truss. And then to this location. I missed something on my walk around. The two guys that were doing the roof beams, the top bond beams, have switched over to doing posts. So these are going to be the posts for the perimeter fence walls. So all the perimeter fence posts, these are going to be some of them. This is what they're going to look like. Also concerning the fences, they've dug out where the posts are going to go. The water line that's here will be cut back and capped, so that won't be an interference. Being that we own all 4 properties here, we'll just cap this behind the area somewhere underneath. So that it doesn't get broken. That's a lot of pressure on that 1-inch line. Okay, so they're putting those in. These are the footers, or the cage at the bottom for the foundation of the fence posts. Fence post. Let's go. I'm gonna mark this off and see how far apart these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They appear to be about 15 feet between each post, and that's just here on the side. I am marking this off because there are no plans for the fence. It's done off the cuff, kind of. This is a standard build thing here in the Philippines, so they don't really have plans for it. They just build it as a general rule. Hey, this is the standard build for your fence. We've got this size of hollow block that they use. They use this type of rebar, that sort of thing. So they're continuing to dig here. Yes, as you can see, it looks like it follows a little snake right here. That'll all be straightened out at a later point when they start putting the hollow block in place. All right, looking good so far this morning. All right, we're gonna take a walk around post lunch, See what everybody's working on. Looks like Mr. Anjo is still working on the, he's moved on to the second window of the bedroom number 2, working on the window molding. We still got some guys up front that are digging digging trenches, or digging the foundation wall for the fence line. Up here, they're on the front side of the house now, so on the east side. Up on top, gentlemen with the trusses, all the welders are still working on putting these into place. So we've got the back half of the valleys. This is going to be the opposite end of truss number 5. Should go right here. Let's go take a look on the inside where everybody is at this afternoon. Working our way in the front door here. All right. We've got still plaster coating on the inside the office area. Okay, just got his fresh delivery. More mud. And working on the plaster coating, the top half of the wall. This is Mr. Jericho and Mr. Ben here in the main living room. As you can see, they're still mixing the mortar coat the mortar for the plaster coat by hand. Okay. Oof. Mr. Trucks is having fun with all the home runs. Oh, too hot, huh? Got a little burn from the hot heat gun. Sakit. See, now we're the same, huh? All right. Let's see. Let's go in the back of the house, on the guest side of the house, and see where everybody's at. They were building forms back here earlier. These guys are still working the putting up the trusses. Look like they've moved on from doing the forms. They must be working over in the Jack and Jill bath now. Yep, here they are. So they're working the forms in here. All right. Back through the house. I'll do my own music today. All right, cutting down some rebars. They've been doing lots of footers for the perimeter fence. All right. Oh, we got the first one up. Hey, look at that. We got a post on the fence. Interesting. All right. Looks like we got a delivery of some more purlins and other assorted metal pieces. Take a look here in a minute and see what they're unloading. All right, backing in, looks like we got purlins, and down here on the bottom was angle iron as well. All right, so here on the front side, they've got number 5 put in place. Y'all can't see it probably, but there are string lines both at the top and here on the bottom to make sure that the plane is the same all the way across. So it should be that even though it appears that this truss is actually lower than the corner. It's not. It's just an optical illusion. As you come around, that string line actually hits directly on top of the truss there, up here at the top, and means that they're all on the same plane. So it's all level. It's just really hard to tell when you're looking at it from down below. All right, they're getting ready to put up the other half of truss number 4. So this will connect right up here, where you see the other half of truss 4. This will all connect there. So you got 2 brave souls at the top. They're pulling all that weight up, and then you got 2 or 3 other guys that are going to go all the way up to the attic floor and start pulling the rope the rest of the way up from there. All right, I'll show you guys this on the drone here momentarily. And here on the south side of the house, these lucky guys are in the shade finally, and they are putting in the rebar for the post of the fence line. All right, that's the Tenerife street side of the house for the moment. Eventually, they're going to have to move this storage shed piece of the bunkhouse to the other side of the bunkhouse so that they can continue the fence line the rest of the way. Let's go take a look inside and see where the guys are here. Take a peek through the window. Mr. Justin's been moving quickly. That part of the plaster coating is completed. Next step is to get ready for this one, and then we'll start working on it. Okay, let's go ahead and go in the doors. Hey guys, look, they're all down or bent out of the way. Hopefully nobody trips or gets stuck on these things. Now they're all out of the way. All right, here in the living room, still working on the top half, getting the smooth coat on it for the top half. We're still working on mortar on this side. And let's go see what's going on in the guest side of the house. I believe they're getting ready to make concrete here in bedroom number 2. Oh, bedroom 3. Yes, they are making concrete in bedroom 3. And this is going to be used to pour the roof beams, the top bond beams here at the top, inside of Jack and Jill and bedroom number 2. All right, go back over here into the kitchen area. I remember seeing Mr. Chalk was starting to work his magic with the, oh, he's already covered up his home run section down there. Looks like he's starting to plaster in, do a little cover up on his conduit work. Now my job is to go into the dirty kitchen and tell him where all the appliances are going to go here, so that he can start roughing in electrical for the dirty kitchen. All right, it's yabba dabba do time. It's time for the guys to put their tools away. Lots accomplished today. We got a lot of plaster coat on the inside. As you can see, we've gotten more trusses up today. Definitely have to learn how to trust the process and see how things go. So I'm just trying to let it go and see how things turn out. I am following along with the plans as we go. Tomorrow, bit of a surprise. Well, surprise for me. Today we made a decision for a major purchase for the home, and the representatives will be on site tomorrow to get started with their portion of it. So I'll let you guys know what that is in the morning. So until then, if you liked today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these type of videos and more from us, hit the Casa TexPina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen and you'll be notified when our next video is uploaded for your viewing pleasure. So until tomorrow, have a great afternoon and God bless. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.